Hello. So after Nora's video last night, should probably put a link somewhere here, Kate thought of the idea of making this improv week here on the Letter 5. And so I got an actual improv person.
The Letter 5. This game is called Sex With Me.
So I've got my laptop over there, and on it is a random word generator. Soup. Sex with me is like soup, hot and steamy.
Sex with me is like soup. There's lots of vegetables involved. Sex with me is like soup, wholesome.
Sex with me is like soup, it's good for your soul.
Sex with me is like soup, just like Grandma used to make.
Existence.
Sex with me is like existence, hollow.
Sex with me is like existence, a contemplative philosophical matter. Discussion. Sex with me is like discussion. It's best in a room full of 20 people.
Yikes.
Wine.
Sex with me is like a fine wine, better with age.
Oh. Sex with me is like wine, intoxicating.
Sex with me is like wine. It has a fruity bouquet with a kind of oak aftertaste. Sex with me is like wine. You can get it for really cheap at Norton Liquors.
Manager. Sex with me is like a manager. I micromanage the shit out of everything.
Sex with me is like a manager. Just angry.
Sex with me is like a manager because the customer is always right. Cloth.
Sex with me is like cloth, made in Indonesia.
Sex with me is like cloth. I think a sheep was involved at some point. Change.
Sex with me is like change. I don't like it.
Sex with me is like change. Obama promised it back in 2008.
Sex with me is like change. You can always find it in the couch cushion.
Tax.
Sex with me is like tax. Make sure you fill out all the required paperwork before you start.
Sex with me is like tax, because just like death, it is inevitable.
Sex with me is like tax. Every April 15th. Sex with me is like tax. No one understands it.
Sex with me is like tax. It's mandated by the federal government.
Sex with me is like taxes. I pay someone else to do it for me.
Belief. Sex with me is like belief. Jesus is involved.
Hallelujah. Sex with me is like belief. I don't have it.
Fiction.
Sex with me is like fiction, often found in its own section in the library.
Oh. Space. Sex with me is like space. It's the final frontier, where no one has gone before. Sex with me is like space. There's a black hole.
Sex with me is like space. It's charting unknown territory.
Sex with me is like space. It may hold the answers to new life.
Sex with me is like space. The Russians got there first.
Iron. Sex with me is like iron. It defined an entire era of history.
Sex with me is like iron. It leaves a strong aftertaste.
Sex with me is like iron. If you don't have enough of it, you might have a deficiency.
I have sex anemia.
Well, that's all for this week. Special thanks to Audrey for making a special guest appearance in this video.
You're welcome.
So come back for Emily's video tomorrow, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!